Hey there, how are you? This is Dr. Daniel Davids, physical therapist from the Traveling PT. Just wanted to go over 3 very simple exercises that are both going to help improve your strength and improve your flexibility to reduce your risk of falls. All right, let's jump right into it. The first one is going to be a runner stretch to improve the flexibility of your calf, the muscle behind your shin, and it's very simple. You're just going to watch it. You're only going to do it for 30 seconds, once on either leg, once a day. Okay, that's all you have to do. Take a look. So I'm standing right here by a wall. I have both hands on the wall, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a step back with one foot, and that foot's going to stay straight, and the back foot is the front foot is going to bend, just like this. I have my body, well, you can't see, my chest is facing the wall. It's not facing the ground. You can see here I'm bending forward. Here I'm not. I'm staying straight up, and I'm stretching. Both feet are facing forward. Okay, let me just see if you can get a better view of my feet facing forward. There we go. Both feet facing forward as I do this, and I'm just going to hold this here for 30 seconds. And I'm going to try as best as I can to relax into the stretch. So I'm not trying to force my shin over my foot. I'm just relaxing and letting it happen. 30 seconds. And then I'm going to switch and do 30 seconds on the other side here. Okay. There we go. All right. That's the first one. That's flexibility. And what that's going to do is improve the ankles, the flexibility of the ankles, allowing me to keep my toes up a little bit better when I take a step, so I don't accidentally drag my toes on the floor as I take a step. You really want to make sure that when you walk, the first thing that hits the ground is your heel. Right? You don't want to step with your midfoot or the ball of your foot. You're probably going to be more likely to fall doing that. So you want to make sure that you do that correctly, and you stretch that out every single day, 30 seconds either leg. Okay. The next the next exercise, I'm going to use this chair for. Let me just bring this down a smidge. Okay. Great. And I'm going to do an exercise for my hip, for the sides of my hip, the back sides of my hip right here, right where my back pocket begins. And this is just kicking out to the side. So I'm going to stand straight up. I'm going to put my hands on here, and I'm going to push my weight in through my hands into the chair. By doing this, I'm actually reducing the weight that my legs have to bear, so I don't have to carry as much weight. So I weigh 200 pounds. If I put 20 pounds of pressure through my hands, I only have to hold 180 pounds. So as I move my left leg out to the side, as you can see here, as I move my left leg out to the side, my right leg is carrying all the weight. So if I'm standing on one foot, this leg carries all the weight. So in this set, if what I'm doing right here, this would be 200 pounds on this right leg. If I put my hand down through here as I'm doing it, I would actually be reducing the weight there. So putting my hands on the chair just like this, standing up nice and tall, not leaning forward, right? Want to stand up tall. I'm going to kick out to the side. In fact, I want to kick out to the side, not to the side and forward. You see how I can kind of come forward a little bit? I don't want to do this. I kind of want to come straight out to the side or out to the side and maybe even backwards a little bit like this. I don't know if there you go. Okay, you can see it here. So I'm exaggerating it a little bit more just so you can see it on the video. Going back, out to the side and back. The other thing is when I'm doing this, I don't want my hips to rotate with me. So my hips are facing forward, and I never want my pelvis to turn with the way I'm going here. So this would be no good. This is the stretch you want to do. This is the exercise you want to do. And you're going to do that 5 times on your right side, on your left side rather, 5 times on your right. Okay? You want to build that up. So we'll start with doing that 3 times a day, but eventually you want to build that up to being able to do 10 of them 3 times a day, and then we'll make it a little more complicated from there. The last thing I'm going to have you do is a simple sit to stand exercise. Okay, so I'm going to lower this down again. And when we're doing the sit to stand exercise, sitting on a chair, my feet are right below my knees, meaning there's a straight line between my knees and my ankles. If my feet were forward, it would be impossible for me to stand up from this position. So right now I have it, you can't see my feet, but my feet are way ahead of me. I'm almost on my heels, relaxing. So So that wouldn't work. I would never be able to get up like that. I'd actually probably just fall on my tush if I did. And my feet aren't so far behind me that I feel if I stand up, I'm going to go forward and fall into the ground. My feet are right under my knees, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoot my tush to the edge of the chair. I should say first I'm going to scoot my tush to the edge of the chair, then I'm going to get my feet under my knees. Then I'm going to do something called nose over toes. So here's my nose, my toes, as you can imagine where they are. I'm going to try to lean forward and stand up like that. I'm going to show you what that looks like from the side just so you get a better view of that. Okay. Okay. There we go. So first from a sitting back position here, I'm going to scoot forward. Make sure that my feet are right under my knees. You see I have a line here and it's straight down from there. My shins are perpendicular to the ground. In fact, it's nice, you can see the line from my jeans actually produces a 90-degree angle with the floor. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lean forward here and then stand up. So like this. Now if that's difficult, you could start by putting a pillow under here to get you a little bit higher. The higher you're starting from, the easier it's going to be to stand up, right? The lower you're starting from, the harder it is, right? This would be exponentially harder for me to stand up from this position from a chair that low. So starting from here, or if you need a chair, a pillow, prop yourself up. I'm going to ask you to put your hands across your chest, just so you don't use your hands here or here. Put your hands across your chest, lean forward, and stand up. And you can do that 5 times as well. Now, when you're doing this, it shouldn't be too difficult. You want to do this 5 times, take a break, and you're going to do that, repeat that exercise 5 times as well. Eventually, that's also one that you want to work up to being able to do 10 at a time, and then make it more difficult from there. So there you have it. 1 stretch, 2 strengthening exercises. We're stretching the calves to improve the flexibility of the ankle. We're strengthening the back of the side of the thighs and the back of the thighs, right? And as well as the front of the I'm sorry, let me rephrase that again. We're strengthening the sides and the back of the tush and the front of the thighs. Those are all very large muscles, glutes and quads, which help us walk, stand up, go from sitting to standing, go upstairs, go downstairs. Helps us a lot with stability. So if your issue with balance is musculoskeletal, meaning it's not something in your vision, your inner ear, or your nervous system, and it's exclusively something to do with your muscles, whether it's issues with weakness or inflexibility. This is a great way to start. So if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. My number is 646-733-4737. Again, that's 646-733-4737. And my name is Dr. Daniel Davids from the Traveling Physical Therapist. Thank you.